Well, hello YouTube, this is Layout123 back with another train review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bachmann Class 55 Deltic. And well, first impressions do count when it comes to collecting this sort of stuff, and absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at it, you cannot argue with that. And the reason any Deltic is called Deltic is because it comes from the word delta, and it's the triangle shaped motor where the pistons go round in a triangle shape is what I saw on a program I watched recently, something along that lines, that there are 3 pistons all connected to each other, and then that creates power which then connects to this and that. Obviously the model is powered differently, we'll come to that a little bit later on. So let's start off by looking at the detail. And as you can see, the front of this loco has been detailed absolutely brilliantly with the sprung loaded buffers, nice little feature, the directional lighting and all the tiny little bits of detail, and the windscreen wipers are perfectly done. If we tilt it to the side, you will see that there is a little driver in there, which is something that those of you who have become accustomed to my channel will know I like a lot. The vents on the top are very nicely done. That's one of the features of this model, certainly been very, very nicely applied to the loco, along with the exhaust pipes as well, and then the vents on the other side as well. Down the side of the loco we have the running the name of it, which is the Duke of Wellington Regiment, which is very nice. It's quite a nice name. I didn't realise that when I bought it, but then I realised that afterwards. I do like the white cabin as well. This is quite nice, I have to say, because I did look at the completely blue one, but this one swung it for me because of that, and the custard dipped ends with the yellow and the sort of lurid green all the way around is quite nice as well. If we turn it underneath, you'll see that in the middle there is the Bachmann logo, and also underneath that it says made in China, so boo to that. And this loco is powered from either end of its bogies, and in the middle lies the motor with 2 prop shafts down to the sets of wheels and the bogie units, which could really, well actually no, let's not talk about that yet, let's get on to the review of it. To be honest, I'll talk about the running in a little while. I've already shown the front of this loco off once in this video, but it is probably the best feature of it, I think. It's just perfect, I can't fault it at all, and for realism the front of this particular model is just absolutely brilliant. I mean, when you compare it to say a Triang one or even a Hornby one, it's just got that little bit of an edge on it. And now I think it's time we did talk a little bit about the running of the loco. So having learnt this the hard way, you realise that this model can only do a certain radius of curves, and having bought it I didn't realise it does not do my layouts curves whatsoever. And this is the bit where we sort of get a bit confused really, because all the older stuff, and I'm going to put some examples on the reviewing area for you that work on the layout, have the same wheel principle but are just a bit older, and I cannot understand that. So basically what happens with this particular model is it goes round, and the wheels, there's hardly any part to the wheel. There's about 1 millimetre thickness down to dig into the track, the bit in between the actual tyre and then the outer bit, which is larger. There's only about 1 millimetre to dig into the track and keep it guided around the corners, and it just ends up jumping up where the bogies can't turn far enough. That's about as far as you can get the bogie to turn, and it's not got a great degree of turning. And I've seen videos of people on YouTube who can have these pulling 20 to 30 coaches. Mine can just about do 2 on my layout, and that is my fault. But just bear that in mind before you buy one of these. Is your layout the right size? And this loco actually broke down. It tried to go around a corner, it jumped up on a set of points, and the bogie broke off on this end, which meant I had to take the prop shaft out of it and drill a hole down through that end of the loco. And now there's no motorised function to that end at all. It's just pretty much a loose bogie, like on a old Triang or old Hornby loco. which is a bit of a shame really, because it started off as a value of about 100 and now it's probably not even worth 40. I mean, disappointment for me, but partly my fault. But the bit I don't understand is this: how can my old Lima 52 go around the outer loop and the inside loop, not derail and pull more? Bit of a question that for you. We'll just see how much more movement the dummy bogie has. There, look, that can bend a lot further round, and when you've got that sort of movement, it's a lot more of a radius than this modern Bachmann Deltic. I mean, even this old Jelf Loco, Class 40, that's got, look at that, 4 wheels on either side, 8 and 8, 16 sets of wheels that could derail, but whoever designed it was an absolute genius, with the sense that all of these wheels turn with the curve and turn as well, so it's just a brilliant design. Maybe that's something they should have thought of doing for the Deltic, possibly, I'm not sure though. It may ruin the actual features and detail of it, but it would work. And what I'm saying, I'm not saying this is a bad model at all, far from it. I'm saying it's a great model, but it has to be run on the right layout, and it's not really something you can just run on a loop layout unless it's a really large radius, and tight radius curves or the standard Hornby ones are not going to cut it for this Loco. And I will show you, well, it doesn't really like points actually either, but some people, this is just my experience of the Loco, some people have had great experiences of it and it's run really well for them, and I love it. I think it is, to look at, it's stunning. I can't fold it on that front, but when I take it over to the layout, you'll see just a few of the, if I say problems it has, it'll all become quite clear. So here we go, and let's give the Deltic a spin round on the layout. And since the bogie broke, it actually runs pretty well, because of the fact it's only got drive from one end, which pretty much puts it level pegging now with all the older stuff as well. But there's already a problem that's occurring, and if we go over the back I'll show you. So as you'll probably see, it derails and then clips back on the other set of points. Just added a couple of Pullman coaches. Another feature I forgot to talk about is the directional lighting, which is another nice little add-in, and also some cabin lighting as well. So yeah, let's try and set this off once again. Tried to send it round a bit slower to see if it derail, and it hasn't that time, so maybe it's the speed that's doing it. And I've just added a few more coaches to prove that even when it's driving on one bogie, it still can pull plenty enough. So I ask you, Bachmann, maybe, do we need it driven from both ends when it can pull 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coaches? And that's not me even really trying with it. It could probably pull 7 or 8 if I added another couple to this train. So I'm just wondering, Bachmann, do we really need all that, is what I'm saying? So what do I think of this Loco? All in all, I am impressed with the looks, but on my layout personally, it's not running. Oh, how can I put this? I mean, because I don't want to be harsh on Bachmann, because it's a good company and they sell a good range of products, but when I can buy this for £30, I know this is completely different end of the spectrum, this from £30, and I think this looks quite nice, and it run on both loops and can pull 6 or 7 coaches. Why am I going to spend 100 on this when at the moment on my basic layout, and my layout is pretty just basic, it doesn't work too well, but on the right layout this could be, well, the train of the year, but on my simple layout it's not really what I'm using it for. It's not really made to do, is what I'm trying to say, and making an awful job of it, especially when you consider the fact that it does say what radius it should go around, and I should have looked into that before buying this loco, and it's all my fault really at the end of the day. And that's pretty much it for today, guys, and I'm going to give this train a 7 out of 10. The looks give it a 5, and then the running performance gives it a 2. So altogether that's 7, and that's pretty much how I do everything. You're probably wondering how I've marked, like, if I did a review of that, I'd probably give it I'm not sure really. I'd have to actually, let's wait till we do the review of that. I don't want to give anything away, that's going to be a bit secret squirrel. And that is it for today then, guys, and thank you very much for watching, and thank you for everyone who commented on the RIP Hornby video. That was very, very much obliged. I really enjoyed reading your comments and seeing what you thought about that. And, well, anybody who's watching and has watched this video, tell me what you think of it. I think it's a great model, just for the right layout is all I'm going to say. And thank you very much for watching, everybody, and see you all soon. Bye bye.